The reason that I went south was to meet up with Sea Shepherd. And I made it on their boat. They're in the harbor here in Pugelsborn, I believe. So after 3 days of cycling in the storm from Sweden to Germany with a lot of headwinds, I arrived on the boat with Sea Shepherd. And Flo is the campaign leader and he's going to show me around on the boat.
Yeah.
Great.
Where do you want to start? Should we start on the front?
You. Yeah.
Let's work from the front to the back. This is the Triton or Triton, which is our second biggest ship that we have for Sea Shepherd Germany. Before we had the Emanuel Bronner, which has now been given to Sea Shepherd in Greece, which is now in patrol in the Gaig Sea. And we just realized 2 years ago, while doing the first bigger Baltic Sea campaign, that we need a bigger vessel. The reason being is that we focus heavily now on finding and retrieving discarded fishing gear, so-called ghost nets, and to do so we need a bigger platform. We want to find them, those nets, we want to retrieve them, we want to take them out, and we want to make sure that those nets will never ever get used again for catching. We want to get those nets out and upcycle them to something completely different. So in order to do so, right over here we fitted the ship with a fishing winch. So this is actually the same thing that fishermen use to get their nets out themselves. So whenever we find a net on the seabed, we lift them up using lifting bags. Those are inflatable bags underwater that are highly buoyant, and then pull up those nets. We cut them loose wherever we can, and once it's not stuck anymore, it shoots up to the surface. We can catch them with a hook, put them here on the winch, and then pull them in. And typically here, this is the area where we keep then those big packs where we store them, and in the front of the ship we still have people on standby with scissors and knives to carefully free wildlife. For example, lots of crabs are always inside of these nets, and fishes. So then we keep them in buckets so that they can rest. And once we feel like they have the strength to carry on, we bring them to the back of the ship and release them carefully.
Yeah, and you mentioned earlier that you also counted how many fish there were stuck in some nets.
Yeah.
How many was it?
It was more than 1,100 fish that we counted. It's hard to count all the crabs because they're too tiny sometimes and they're entangled. So just presumably that was more than 1,500 dead animals that just have been killed for nothing. And this is really aggravating.
We did some beach cleaning earlier today to do something. The guys here are all week here in the harbor, so they were a bit bored. So we did beach cleaning. Because we could not go at sea because of the weather and the wind. Sea Shepherd just cleans up the beach. Why not? Great organization, I love it.
Got a lot of grit.
And another great warm showers address. From the local scouts. This was all mine today. For the rest, not in use. So I slept here. Great again, and now back on the road for another 140 kilometers today. But the weather is it's dry and it's a bit cooler than previous days, so we'll be fine.
I can tell you what to do. I fire that shotgun, that'll start the race. You put your nose on the handlebars and you start pedaling. And you keep pedaling until Mary Lee tells you to quit.
Get in the picture.
Bad, huh?
Tells you to quit. That'll be the finish line.